Da-na-na-na. Yep.
Woke up in New York City in a fucking cheap hotel. She took my heart and she took my money. She must have slipped me a sleeping pill. She never drinks the water, makes you order French champagne. Once you had a taste of her, you'll never be the same. And she'll make you go insane. Upside, inside out, she's living la vida loca. She'll push and pull you down, living la vida loca. Her lips are devil red and her skin's a color mocha. She will wear you out, living la vida loca. Living la vida loca. She's living la vida loca. She'll make you take your clothes off and
Includes getting all of the items that you need for the quests, what quests to complete and in what order, how to get to each area and maps to make it easier to follow. The strategy will simply get you to bracket 3 in under 2 hours. I've tweaked my original method as we now have unlimited run, as well as access to the fairy rings, so it's much faster and I've cleared up a few sound issues that I had. If you start out in Tutorial Island, ask Skippy to be teleported straight to Lumber. Bridge, and from here we want to go a little bit east to the combat tutors, right click on them and select claim, which will give you the Draymond staff, and that is required to use the fairy rings. Then head into the graveyard and speak to Nigel and ask to be teleported to the gnome stronghold. Head southwest from here and up the stairs to use the bank, where we want to open our starter pack. Choose whichever sigil that you want. It doesn't matter what one you pick for this strategy, or indeed what quest line you decide to unlock in each bracket, so just pick whatever's going to be better for your long-term plan. Activate your sigils and bank absolutely everything, and then go back down the stairs and east to the agility course. With boosted rates, all you need to do is 10 laps here to reach 25 agility. Once you have that, you can then head north and go to the large tree and speak to the king to start the Grand Tree quest. You then want to head south and leave the stronghold, then east and north to head over to the waterfall and start the waterfall quest. Before you start this quest, click the X in the top right corner on the current quest that is open, which is the Grand Tree, and Runelight will pick up the waterfall quest as soon as you speak to her. After you've started it, open the gate and board the raft, then go through all of the chat options with the child, before finally clicking on the rock here and you'll be taken downstream. From here, head into the building just to the west and head upstairs and search the middle bookcase. Make sure to read the book first and then you can drop it in home telly. Go through the Lumbridge Castle and out the west side and continue all the way west into Draenor. Here, you want to take your GP out and buy as many wines as you can, preferably if you can a full inventory. Many shops restock faster this year, so we may be able to just close the shop and reopen it, which will restock it, which is what happened in All Stars. Once you've done that, take out of your bank your starter staff and bronze axe, plus 10 food, and speak to Diango to buy a chronicle and 6 teleport cards. After that, head west over to Port Sarim, and in the northwest corner is Betty's magic shop. We want to buy 300 mind runes, 300 water runes and 12 earth runes, plus a wizard's hat for +2 magic bonus. I have an extra air staff of mind runes in my inventory just because I don't have a starter staff to do this guide with. From here, head to the southernmost dock and use the charter ship over to Port Gazard. Leave the boat and head south to Hazelmere. We're currently doing 2 quests at the same time, and the next part is from the Grand Tree quest. Click the X in the top right corner, which will be showing Waterfall quest, and then select the Grand Tree to open it. Just before you get to Hazelmere on the next part, there are some spiders here with a max hit of 7, don't take any chances with 10 HP, as you'll lose so much time coming back, it's really not worth the risk. So if your health drops below 7 HP, just use some food. After you've spoken to Hazelmere, go back down the ladder and head northwest towards the tree gnome maze, but also cut 6 logs on the way. The next part of the quest is again the waterfall.
In 2010, a mysterious hacker broke into MIT and accessed a restricted server room. He connected his computer to the network and ran a program called keygrabbing.py. He used the program to grab as many academic journals as possible from the digital library called JSTOR. Since the hacker was using MIT networks, he was able to access all of JSTOR for free, without having to pay the hefty fees they charged. Throughout the next year, he would download about 80% of the JSTOR database. But then, they began to notice something was up, so the US Secret Service was called to investigate. They installed a hidden camera in the server room to see if they could find the infiltrator. Of course, they ended up catching him, and the hacker was Aaron Swartz, who was one of the initial founders of Reddit. He wanted to create an online library full of free information that would be available to everyone worldwide, rich or poor. For his crimes, he was facing up to 50 years in prison, so he tragically took his own life. The internet was furious, and even though Aaron broke the law, he was doing it for the good of the people and didn't deserve to die. So 4chan hacked the MIT and some US government websites with different tributes to his cause. Because of the outrage, internet laws would be passed in Aaron's honor. In 2010, a mysterious hacker broke into MIT and accessed a restricted...
I'm going into the casino. I want to win. What games do I avoid? What games do I play?
Your goal is to win, right? You avoid all the carnival games. You know what that means?
Slots?
Wait, slots. Slots is for the
Goes
only
without saying.
Roulette with numbers is like...
A single zero roulette, you're okay, but it depends how you're betting. If you're just picking your favorite numbers or the numbers of you and your girl's birthdays,
That's what I do.
You got nothing going there. You're just hoping. You're just praying for luck.
And
know?
if you tip them, you think they could spin the ball so it lands in the
I
thing?
know they can.
No fucking way.
Let me give you an example. Ready?
The thing's going this way,
Yep.
counterclockwise, and the ball's going the
this
other way.
Yeah, all right, ready? Check this out. Pretend I'm Steph Curry, right? What do I do every day, all day, 6-7 days a week for my whole life? You ready? Right? Now imagine for 30 years, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, I'm doing this.
But sometimes Steph misses.
Sure, of course.
But
But
you
his
can aim.
accurate-
I'm going into the casino. I want to win. What game is the highest? I'm going into the casino.
So click the